going on, Renegades? Strizzy from Strizzy Report here, and welcome to the ultimate guide to U.S. states. Key facts and stats for all 50 of them. If you're considering moving, investing, or just curious about life in different states, you're in the right place. In this series, I'm breaking down all 50 states, from taxes and cost of living to the housing market to job opportunities. Whether you're an entrepreneur, retiree, or professional looking for a change, we've got the data you need to make informed decisions. Each video will focus on one state, giving you the inside scoop on what it's really like to live, work, and thrive there. Also, I have a comprehensive ebook that I've put together with even more in-depth information about these 50 states. It's packed with more details on taxes, housing, charts, graphs, jobs, markets, crime rates, and more for every state. Just click the link in the description or pinned in the comment to get your copy today. Let's go. All right, Renegades, let's get right into it with the state that's for lovers. Virginia is for lovers, the Old Dominion. Let's see if it's the state for those low taxes, great cost of living. Let's check those numbers behind all of this. Before we get into that, huge shout out to one of my subscribers, Denise, who popped in on one of my other videos talking about low and no income tax. She said Virginia will get you in property taxes. And she said they'll get you in them local taxes as well. Going through the data, I'm thinking that Denise is in Northern Virginia, as this data is going to suggest it's more expensive to live there in Northern Virginia. But let's get right into it with the population. 8.7 million, 12th most populous state in the U.S. People moving in, 250,000 annually. People moving the hell up out of there, 200,000. That's a net positive for Virginia of 50,000 a year they're getting. So people are moving in there. Is it jobs, schools, something else? Maybe it's relocation, those military relocations. Huge naval base in Virginia, in Norfolk. So, they're going to constantly have that movement and migration there in Virginia. Unemployment rate is currently sitting at 3.5%, lower than the national average. The national average is 3.9%. The top industries in Virginia is government. As you know, the Pentagon is in Virginia. Yeah, the Pentagon. Federal jobs are in the D.C. area. Technology, Northern Virginia is a tech hub. Military and defense, home of the Pentagon and Norfolk Naval Base. Agriculture, especially in rural areas, more likely in South and West Virginia. The average salary that's needed there, that they say, who is they? We don't know. The data is they. Average salary is $70,000 a year. It's slightly higher than the national average. The national average, just for your awareness, is $65K a year. Job growth is strong in tech, healthcare, and government sectors. Housing market. Median home price, $400,000. That varies though, because in Northern Virginia, it's over $600K. And in rural areas, it's sitting at about $250K. Rent prices, you're looking at Northern Virginia being higher, $2,200 a month for a one-bedroom. Richmond, you're looking at $1,400 a month for a one-bedroom. Housing affordability, Virginia ranks 25th, just right in the middle of the pack in the U.S. 25th. Where would you live? Would you go up to the Alexandria and those places up there? $2,200 a month if you live closer to D.C. Live further south, you're looking at about $1,400. Where you living? Depends on the job, right? Let's get with these taxes because they're important. We got to see what Denise is talking about, where they get you. Income taxes, progressive rate. They go from 2% to 5.75%. Property tax, 0.8% to 1.2%. This is lower than the national average. But guys, this is something that we're seeing like in California. We're seeing it in Colorado. We're seeing it in these places with the low property taxes. But because of the high prices for these houses, the high cost for the houses, you see that shoot up tremendously. So that's why I say that Denise is most likely in Northern Virginia, because that's where you're seeing those high median home prices. Sales tax, 5.3% for the statewide, and local taxes, this is again what Denise is talking about, they get you with those local taxes, it's up to 2.7%. So on top of the state tax, you're going up 2.7, that looks like 8%, depending on where you live. Tax burden, Virginia ranks 20th in the U.S. for tax burden, and that's about moderate. Are the taxes fair in Virginia? From what I'm seeing right now, it just depends on where you live. Let's get with the crime. Overall crime rate, slightly lower than the national average, but varies by region. Northern Virginia is very low crime rates. So people will pay those extra taxes, right, to live up there. Very low crime rates. Arlington and Fairfax, just affluent and just a good place to live overall, I guess. Richmond, higher crime rates in certain neighborhoods, though improving. Hampton Roads, it's mixed, with some areas like Virginia Beach being very safe. The safest cities, though, in Virginia are Arlington and Virginia Beach. Most challenging cities, you're finding Norfolk and Richmond to be the most challenging of that when it comes to crime and livability. But they're not bad places overall. The best places to live, you have Arlington coming in as number 1, safe, affluent, close to D.C. for job opportunities, excellent schools, and public transportation. Virginia Beach is coming in, family-friendly, low crime, and great beaches. Affordable compared to Northern VA. So you have that option. Charlottesville is coming in as well, home to the University of Virginia, low crime and a vibrant cultural scene. Beautiful scenery and historic charm is what you're going to get in Charlottesville. Worst place to live, they got Richmond here because of the higher crime in certain neighborhoods. It struggles with poverty and infrastructure issues. That means when it comes to infrastructure issues, you're talking about public trans, getting around, the city, and just having the access. Norfolk, higher property crime rates and economic challenges they're facing, as well as some flooding issues in some area. Remember, the naval base is there. It's right on the water. Roanoke, limited job opportunities and higher poverty rates. That's more west of the state, aging population there, and infrastructure issues. Education, top universities like UVA, Virginia Tech, and William and Mary are sitting in Virginia. The public school system, though, it ranks top 10 nationally. So very good education system in Virginia. Healthcare is ranked 8th in the U.S. for access and quality. The commute times, you're looking at about 35 minutes average. In Northern Virginia, that's due to the D.C. traffic. You could probably slap another 20 minutes on top of that for a true commute time. Rural areas, 20 minutes average in Virginia, rural. Virginia has the largest naval base in the world and strong military presence. The tech boom is happening in Northern Virginia, and it's becoming a major tech hub, rivaling Silicon Valley. Is this true? If you're in Virginia, let me know if that part is true. The final verdict here for Virginia, strong job market is a pro, especially in tech and government. When Doge gets a hand on it, though. Let's go, Doge. Let's see if it's doing its job, right? Great schools and healthcare, moderate tax burden. So they're just moderate. The cons, though, and again, this all depends on where you live. The high cost of living, you're going to get it in Northern VA. The traffic, you're going to get it in Northern VA. Flooding risks in the coastal regions. So it's really not a bad state. It's a good state depending on where you live. You're cutting out some of that local tax. You're paying less for property with the median home prices in southern and rural areas. So it all depends on where you live in Virginia. So would you move to Virginia? Yes, no, maybe. What's going on? If you're there, you're trying to get out. Denise is saying that it is not good for her, depending on, I'm thinking she's in Northern Virginia. Maybe she could comment in the comments and let us know if we are correct with that. The sources that I used today: Census Bureau, Bureau of Labor Statistics, Virginia State Police as well for that crime data, so we could get that accuracy. Guys, I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please go ahead and lick that subscribe button and go ahead and like the video. It helps us with the algorithm, and it helps me continue this type of content where I'm helping renegaders like you, like yourself, entrepreneurs, hustlers, people that just want the best in their lives. I want to help you by giving you valuable content. So I'll see you in the next video. Have a great one.